believe our plan is a good step in the right direction.
Well, that was John Boehner, and we can speak now to two congressmen on opposite sides. Peter Welch, who's the Democratic representative for Vermont, and Congressman John Fleming, who's a Republican from Louisiana's 4th District, and they both join us from Capitol Hill. Standing side by side, gentlemen, but there are clear ideological differences between you. Peter Welch, first of all, I mean, is it conceivable that America, the most powerful nation on earth, is going to default? That's a word we associate with somewhere like Greece, but not the United States.
Well, there's a risk of a technical default. I mean, the fact that we have a different plan from the House and a different plan in the Senate, and only until August 2 to try to resolve the differences, creates a real threat. And there are significant differences that continue. So this is a risk that is severe, and we shouldn't be in it.
John Fleming, is there any hope of compromise? We gather that President Obama is going to be addressing the nation this evening, but ultimately, is this a game of brinkmanship?
Well, not at all. What we have is a situation where goalposts, which is a football analogy in the United States, keep being moved backward. The House voted, passed, cut, cap, and balance. That is the only plan anyone has submitted. The Senate has not submitted a plan. The President has refused to submit a plan. And our message has been, Mr. President, Harry Reid of the Senate, if you don't like our plan, where's your plan? And so far there hasn't been one. And so in reservation of that, we're going to go back after a discussion between John Boehner and Harry Reid on an outline, as you heard, that is similar to cut, cap, and balance, but perhaps not as far-reaching. We're going to go back and attempt on Wednesday to pass that and hope that Harry Reid can lasso his caucus to get behind that plan.
Peter Welch, I mean, whose fault is this? Is this President Obama's fault? Is this, I mean, where does the blame lie for this incredible crisis?
The blame will lie with all of us if we don't have reasonable compromise and pay our bills. We can't default. America pays its bills and always has. The big dispute between us is really about whether revenues should be part of the package. I strongly believe they should be. We could actually reduce the deficit by $4 trillion rather than the $2 trillion or so that's on the table if we included revenues. Our tax code is a mess. We ought to clean it up, and in cleaning it up, we can get revenues that help us bring down the deficit without doing harm to the economy. So the Democrats have to acknowledge that the Republicans have a point when they say we've got to make some cuts. We do. But I think the Republicans acknowledge, when you talk to them, that the tax code is a mess. We clean it up, we can get revenues and put that towards a deficit reduction as well. And that's really the approach the President's been taking.
All right. I know you're both very busy. We've got to let you go. But a quick last word from John Fleming. Can there be a deal? Is there a realistic prospect of a compromise on this?
Well, I think there's a very good opportunity to compromise. Again, we submitted the only plan. The plan that we did submit did have income tax reform. Again, the President said no. So we're going to come back and throw another plan out there, but we invite the President and Harry Reid from the Senate to certainly produce their plan as well.
Really good to talk to both of you, and thank you so much for your time. Let's hope you can work together to come up with an agreement. But that's Peter Welch and John Fleming, standing shoulder to shoulder, whatever their differences.